Okay, so what I wanted to show you is how you can get these transcripts that you have easily imported and then coded with auto coding in Nvivo, so that when you come up with your nodes and systems, then each interviewee is coded according to when they speak and, for instance, when the interviewer speaks, rather than coding each transcript as one participant, for instance. So this is my ideal case where I want to arrive at. So in my case, if I interview Thomas, Ben, Jill, and so on, what I want to have happen is that for all my transcripts are auto-coded accordingly who is speaking. So how can we get to this stage? What we will do is, as you can see, I've prepared my transcripts. And basically what you can do is to code each of your participant and yourself give it a heading style. And what I've done is I based it on heading 1 and gave it a participant heading style. And then for each of the participant talking or myself talking, the interviewer, then I will use this heading style to distinguish it from my body of the text of the interview. Just for myself, because it's easier to see in Nvivo when I am speaking, I'm using a different body or a no based on a different heading. So I'm basing it on normal body text, but this is when I am speaking, and I just marked it in different colors. So when I import it into Nvivo, it's easier to see. Okay, so here I've got 2 of my transcripts. Here is the second transcript. I coded these headings similarly. So I've given it Nvivo participant heading and formatted the documents the same. So let's presume you've all got all your documents ready. And I will close this down. And the other preparation I had to do is to look at all my cases. And if you've got any kind of attributes to go with the cases, you can basically use a classification to import these attributes for each of your participants. So let's say if you're recording age or gender, in my case it's whether they are staff or students at a university, what their discipline is or what my case is, and then which university they are from and which year of study. So this is also what a detail that I want to associate with my participants. And this is what I did wrong initially. So I've got my documents ready. I need to now import them into Nvivo. So I will grab my transcript template. And I will grab the second one here. Okay, and then the other thing I want to do is import the case classification. So where I can do this is data, classification sheet, and then get the case index into Nvivo, which is what I showed you before. And I think this is what I need to do here as names. Okay, and cases. Yeah, I think hopefully this is it. I don't think I've got dates, but that's it. Okay. So as you see, what I've got here is that for each participant, I've got a single ID that distinguishes them from each other, and all the other details I've got here. So that's for my cases. And then hopefully I will come up with something similar once I've done the sources. So this is the lovely feature in Nvivo that you can go to your transcript auto code, and as if you remember, I have coded each participant with this style, Nvivo participant heading, and existing node. This is what I'm not sure about what to do here. I think is this existing node, new node, and I will need to create participants here and then finish. Okay, so as you see, I've got 2 nodes here and 3 references, and let's just go back 2 nodes. So here you can see that this is what I've just entered, participants, and I've got Thomas, an interviewer, and Thomas has spoken twice and interviewer spoken once. So that looks okay. So I do this to my second transcript as well. I've got the same selection and repeated existing node because I've already got that created, and I will choose participants and finish. So you see here, if you open transcript, the second transcript, you can see that Ben has spoken twice, 3 times, interviewer spoke twice, so that's 3 plus 2, 5, so that looks okay. And then if I go into nodes, participants, I've got Thomas and Ben and the interviewer. So this is really looks like how I've wanted this to work initially. And as you can see, participants in a lovely sense, if I now click on Thomas, it will bring up all when Thomas has spoken, or the interviewer, as you can see, it's all the green letters, or Ben. And this is lovely because I don't need to do anything else. Now, also there is now a way to look at whether how I can identify this Ben with the nodes, but that's probably the topic of another interview. So what I wanted to achieve here is all my interview transcripts to be coded according to the participants when they speak, which I have managed. And